Okay, a lot of people love them some Mikey. Like I be seeing on Twitter that everybody they just love them some Mikey. Now I've only gotten a glimpse of Mikey and seeing the type of leader he is. He really rides for his group. I get it. He got some values. Now I had a talk with you, D Chin. You made a great point in the comment section of the last video because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. At this point so far in the series, Draken and Naoto are my favorite characters. I like Draken because I really like, not only does he look cool, but his personality. He's humble, he's respectful, and he takes accountability. He's trying to instill into Mikey that you gotta empathize with people, even though you didn't do anything directly. But let's be real here. Our world does seep out, and like Draken said in the last episode, we don't want to make the family, friends, and of our dudes, we don't want to make their family and friends cry. So I really have a lot of respect for Draken for that. Because to be so young, because they're like 15 years old. I have to like constantly remind myself like these are like young ass kids. For him to be so young and to have that level of self-awareness, but also to try to like get Mikey, like, hey, you can't just be talking crazy, acting crazy to the people. Their daughter was seriously assaulted and has been unconscious. Like, we have to take accountability. Try to keep our own problems in our own world. So I just love Draken. I said before, I feel like the reason why Mikey flips the script in the future and becomes all out, on some demon time is because I don't think it's because of Draken dying, but I think it's how Draken dies. I don't know how Draken dies. I mean, he got stabbed, but I mean, like, in this current timeline now, because now that things have changed, how he dies, or maybe he doesn't die. Maybe Takemichi ends up saving him. But I know he's 15. And D-Chen, you did tell me that the fan base of the manga readers think he needs therapy. But for me, if I was a gang leader and my best friend died, I wouldn't want to go against our values. I would want to hold on to the things that he's instilled in me and try to spread how he thought, and like just basically spread his legacy, like continue on his legacy and continue on his ways. You know what I mean? Like for Mikey to just change up like how he did. Now, D-Chen, you did say that Mikey could be very influenced by people. Now, what I do like about Mikey being that way is that Mikey is this strong, charismatic, leader, right? I like to see characters have faults. I like seeing characters have flaws. You know what I mean? Now, it's going to be interesting to see how he overcomes these flaws. Because so far right now, I'm just like, I feel like this image right here perfectly explains their personalities. Like not to say all encompassing, because I do think they're multi-dimensional characters with lots of depth, but just in general, when I was watching last episode and I saw this shot right here, I was like, that's their personalities right there, all in one image, by this action alone. So with Draken bowing and Mikey not, I think that's very telling, and it tells us a lot about them too, with them not even having to say much, So I want to see how Mikey overcomes these flaws that he has. Is he easily influenced by other people? Because I got the feeling, I had the assumption that he wasn't, and maybe after Draken's death he became more influenced. Because you're telling me after Draken dies, Kisaki pops up and slimes his way in, and Mikey is just on demon, like he just doesn't give a shit about anything? I would think like he would be more like, I gotta remember what Draken's taught me. I can't let his death. Draken would not be cool with what Mikey was doing. One thing that I was kind of confused about was, okay, when Takemichi returns to the future and it's after Sendo passes away, we see that there was a dispute like between Draken and Mikey. Like they were like in the old timeline, Mikey and Draken were like fighting, and it was between the Draken faction and the Mikey faction. So then when Takemichi goes back, he's, you know, there was no dispute. So either him becoming friends with them changed all that. Him becoming friends with them changed them, Mikey and Draken having a dispute between each other. That's what I think. Because I'm thinking whenever he returns to the future, only Naoto, like Naoto is still has access to articles and stuff. Like I guess I'm confused. How do I want to say this? I guess I'm confused. When Takemichi goes back to the past, changes some shit. He goes back to the future. Naoto was like, oh, I got some new information. But he still has access to these old, you know, like these old articles and newspapers of information in the past. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure if I'm being confused, because the reason why I'm saying this is I remember last episode, not last episode, 2 episodes before, with Sendo. No, it was last episode. When Naoto reveals to Takemichi how Draken dies, does he pull it up on his computer? You know, does he pull it up in his computer? Draken gets stabbed. There was a dispute. Mikey Draken. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember if he just remembered it or he pulled it up on his computer, because I'm thinking when Takemichi goes back to the past and he comes back to the future, shouldn't all the information be changed? Or it's just a whole new separate timeline. So it's like when he goes back to the past, he's on another timeline, and then when he goes back to the future, he's on his original timeline. I don't know. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? I feel like that was like so confusing. I'm sorry. I feel like that was so confusing. But anyway, I'm ready to see what happens in this episode. I'm ready. I'm ready. I've been waiting for this all week. He's like, how dare you show your asses here? This is so sad to watch. I'm glad we got to see this though. Mobius. That Mobius organization, they are fucking like evil. He said you don't gotta bow your head, you just gotta empathize, basically. Alright? Empathize. Empathy. It's so important to have, especially in this world. Mikey really be fighting in sandals. Oh, look at him. He looks cool. Now, he's the vice commander of the second division, right? Pa and Pe. Well, did he know Takemichi was following them? Yes, he did. He probably knows. Yeah, we gotta find out everything about Mobius. Now, what would really help is if we knew who actually stabs Draken. You know? Ah. Oh, okay. She up and left when he was 2? Oh, whoa. Oh, damn. Draken's had it hard since day 1. Did she say you need a tug before? Damn. Dang, he was getting respect since early. Oh, he got this tattoo in 5th grade? Wow. Nice. 5th grade? Damn. He said you're gonna be one rotten adult. I'm surprised he agreed to tattoo a 5th grader. So he was definitely... I wonder what makes him change. I mean, he's had a rough life since early, so he had to mature fast. Oh, I'm so happy we are getting... I'm so happy we are getting Draken's backstory. Oh, so he met Mikey early. Oh, they've known each other forever, since 5th grade. A bunch of the 48 positions overlap. He sounds like a baby. Oh my god, I'm so glad we're seeing this. You know, some people would be mad at flashback backstories, but I'm eating this up. Alright guys, here he is. Now it's time to see Mikey in action. Oh, he didn't waste no time. I'm so dead. He didn't waste no time. It's on sight, bruh. It took him off guard. Mikey be getting that surprise attack on him. See, he has the light in his eyes here. What, do he be getting the life in his eyes when he be fighting? He kicked the shit out of that guy. Is that when Draken fell in love? Oh. Who is that? Was that future Mikey? He got the same tattoo as Draken? Yeah, like what happened? Oh. Was that guy that just walked? That's Osanai? Oh, snap. Grew up and that was his peak when he was in the gang. Did a lot of terrible shit in his past. Is he? Oh, look at Takamichi. What? What? What's wrong? Spit it out! Oh, it looks like he got some major regrets. Yo, he still is not over that. It must have been a really traumatizing time. Wow. Oh. I know he's not talking about Kisaki. He is still traumatized from back then. Is he talking about Kisaki? He said that was just a trigger. Afterwards, they started having internal conflicts. Oh, wow. Draken dying is the trigger for a lot of misfortune for other people. Who was plotting to split up. What could cause internal conflicts? You know what? I could see what happened was they get into the fight with Mobius. Mikey's gonna go too far, and Draken's like no, and they disagree. And Kisaki, or whoever this guy who set it up was, planned there to be a morality conflict. The past got these happy moments, but it's just like, it's the setup for terrible shit in the future. See, sometimes you gotta tell your friends that. Like, you would think, oh, they know, I got you. No, you gotta really, to the people you care about, you gotta tell them directly. I support you, I believe in you, and I know you can do it. Don't ever give up. Just that words of affirmation. Man, this is immense pressure for him. Like, can you imagine? So something happens during the fight where they split up. Or, like, I guess there's a disagreement. He gonna be like, you cannot fight them. What? Ooh! Threw him, like ragdoll through him. But hold on, let's can we just hear what he got to say first? Oh God. They're gonna fight them. Okay. Takemichi, he's made up his mind. We gotta have another... We have to attack this from a different angle. Oh boy. Oh boy. See, Draken respects that because Takemichi bowed. Like, who the hell are you? Oh, he's from Mobius. Is that Osanai? Oh God. That was okay. Well, that thing between Draken and Mikey, that was that the start of their conflict? Oh God. They're gonna fight. After this, they're gonna fight them now. Oh my gosh. Oh snap. And he took down Pachen like it was nothing. This altercation. You know what? It seems like Mikey and Draken, that probably wasn't the first little disagreement or whatever that they've had. Damn, these episodes just started. Okay. I think, okay, that little moment we saw between Draken and Mikey, it seems like Mikey's the type that just be jumping head first into shit. Like, obviously, he wants to pay back the Mobius gang for what they did, and there's like no questions about it. You hit us, it's like an eye for an eye. Draken saw how Takamichi, you know, at first Draken was like, what are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here. But we know this about Draken's character from when we first introduced to him when he was back in the school. Draken was like, sometimes it's good to like never give up. Sometimes you just can't give up for what you're fighting for. You don't see a lot of people like that nowadays. So how he's got respect for Takamichi, and you know, Takamichi only does it when he absolutely like believes in something and you know, believes to be true or right. So for Takamichi to do that, to not only get beat up by Pachin, I think his name is Pa, get beat up by Pachin, but also bow, right? And Draken told Mikey, you ain't gotta bow, but you gotta empathize. So Draken, knowing that about Draken, him seeing Takamichi back, he's probably empathizing with him, and he's just like, okay, he's not gonna back down. He really believes in this. Let's just take a look. This is why Draken's my favorite so far. Let's just take a look at it. Well, Mikey's over here like, you going up against Toman? Boy, get the fuck Mikey, if you don't shut the fuck up, that's not what the fuck he was saying, bruh. Like, come on. Now, I can see it that Takamichi just got there. He just joined, became friends with them. So, and he's not even officially in the gang yet. That's another thing. He's not even officially in the gang. I don't think so. I don't think he's even officially in the gang. So, I can see why Pachin and Mikey are probably like, first of all, bitch, we doing this. So, I don't know. But I think Osanai was referring to Kisaki. He has to be. I'm thinking Kisaki is just the main entire. Kisaki is the Schneasel, okay? He is the Schneasel of Tokyo Adventures, okay? I really think Kisaki probably I don't know, but just like a guess, I feel like Kisaki probably knows about Draken's character and Mikey. He probably knows about them, like psychologically wise and just their character. So maybe he sets it up. They have this fight, and it puts Mikey and Draken into a situation where both their morals, like both their values, are going to clash. I think so. And because they're in this situation, their morals and values clash. You got followers of Mikey, you got followers for Draken who believe in like their way of thinking or so. And I think that is what ends up happening. I can see that end up happening, but regardless, I'm excited to find out what actually does happen on August 3rd. The fact that Takamichi is even there changes shit, so I mean it's gonna be different. But I'm hoping, because it's everybody's, like even Osanai was like, if Draken hadn't died, you would have what? You would have what? Still, he probably would have had a better life. But it's like Draken dying is the reason why everybody's life is fucked up. So Draken, he is the string. Like he's the grounded post. Like everybody's attached to him. And he's like he's the rock. And when, I guess without the rock, everybody's just no longer supported. I don't know. I was trying to make a analogy there. Whatever. It didn't work. But anyway, thanks guys. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think it's going to happen. No spoilers, please. Which you guys don't spoil, so I'm not worried about that. But I will catch you guys later. Bye.